The Adani Group continues to do well. I think the Nifty Bank has slipped a little bit from the top. What's come off the top? ITC, I think you pull up the intraday chart out there. That's come off a little bit from the top. BPCL as well has slipped. It was trading in the green. Now it's moved into the red. And big boy ICICI Bank. I'm looking at the large trades. It appears there's a very, very large block that's taken place on ICICI Bank. And if I have seen this correctly, more than 1 crore shares have changed hands just in the in the last few minutes or so. So that could be one stock that's moved to the low point of the day. It's pulled the Nifty Bank down. And it's weighing a little bit on the Nifty as well. But it's that time of the day when Nimesh joins us to tell us what is he picking up. Nimesh, you believe the FIs will be buyers yet again?
Looks like, at least the intensity of selling has come down a lot.
That's very good.
That's very clear. And again, there is a bit of buying as well. So that's overall feedback. So the flow seems to be quite neutral from an institutional point of view, I guess. But the bigger thing is the momentum back in the broader market stocks. We've been saying for the last couple of days that the broader market stocks have relatively outperformed.
Yes.
And again, I guess today, for a change, even the big pullback in the Adani stocks have changed the sentiment towards the broader market stocks as well, because on a daily basis, investors were getting hurt because of the sharp fall. So big recovery in the Adani stock also means there is a bit of relief in the broader markets as well. So that's the broad feedback that I've been picking up from the dealing rooms. I guess from a sector point of view, as I said, I've been saying for the last couple of days, there is a bit of momentum back in the PSU names. So that space continues to outperform, and there is buying as well. But I guess the one sector which has seen a bit of profit booking today is the pharma names. No specific reason for pharma stocks to be under pressure, but there is a bit of general profit booking there. But broadly, I guess not more from a Nifty point of view, but from a broader market point of view, looks like the momentum is back. And I guess at least in the month of December, if there is not big selling from the larger FIs, you might see this momentum to continue.
Well, that'll be great news, right? That long-awaited Santa Claus rally that we talk about every year. What about individual stocks, though?
Well, a lot of individual names are buzzing in trade. So the first stock in my list today is Sudarshan Chemical. You've seen a sharp recovery in that name as well after a large block. Nearly 3% equity got changed hands today in a block deal. And after that, you've seen a good sharp recovery as well. In terms of seller, I understand the promoter entity was a seller in today's block, and some large HNIs were buyers on the buy side. So that's a possible trade. But also in Sudarshan Chemical, there is a big QIP also which is lined up. So even that's something to track going forward. The second name is MSTC. We don't talk too much about this name, but surprisingly, that stock is buzzing in trade. Good volumes as well. I understand a leading HNI investor was an active buyer, and hence a big move in that name in today's trade. The third name is Coal India. I'm picking this name because I've been saying this for a while now that some bit of interest seems to be back in the PSU name. Coal India has actually fallen sharply in the last few days, largely on the back of a big sell-off. Essentially, one large US-based investor was an aggressive seller. Looks like that selling is largely got over and absorbed, and now there is a bit of buying as well. Interestingly, there was a Morgan Stanley initiating report as well on Coal India today, so that's good. That's a third name. And the last is ICICI Bank. While Nigel did point out about a large block in the last 5 minutes of trade, nearly 1 crore shares got changed hands. But within the banking name, this is one stock which was very aggressively bid by larger institutions. Not sure whether it was part of the block deal, but in general, there is buying interest in ICICI Bank at these levels.
Okay, all right, Nimesh, thank you very much for that.